So, welcome back, guys, to the last episode of this season, and it's Monaco in ERS. So this is going to be one hell of a race, because let's be honest, Monaco is never a dull occasion in terms of the glitz and the glamour. Maybe in terms of the action on track, it's not always enthralling, but we'll hopefully just put it on pole and win the race, alright lads? That's the aim. So no particularly great sponsors there. Actually, we probably should have signed one of them up. Give me a second, I'll go and do that now. Let's go to sponsors again. Okay, so we've got two sponsors now. Both of them equally as rubbish, so let's just go with that one. An upfront payment sometimes is more important. And let's go down here and go with the upfront payment as well, because we're probably not going to use the second or above objective so far. That's probably not the next season as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go into the last race of the season, 6th or above, and as long as we get 6th and above in qualifying and the race, we'll go positive once again, like we have done with most of these races. So, Monaco, you probably will be mean to us, so I'll just take it in now. A lovely venue, especially in this game as well. Look how fantastic it looks, but I'm most likely going to struggle. Let's just say that. So, Ozu and Zampelli both have stepped up their game as of recent. I think we probably are the third best in like team drivers right now, like in terms of performance between teams and drivers. I feel like Ozu and Zampelli are probably both better than us, so we'll just go with it for now. But I'm a little bit disappointed to have slumped a little bit towards the end of the season. But we're putting our eggs into next season, not just pushing for this season when it's pretty much already won. Yeah, we also need to know we haven't won the Constructors' Championship yet. We can't just throw away with a crazy strategy. It's far from over in terms of that. But it is the short layout here, so I'm going to go for the top-down view for qualifying here. If I can press it, I don't want to bring up the control panel things. It stops my recording. It is the short version of the layout, so being 7 tenths off is embarrassing. What are you doing? And Buklova even more. So let's send out again. We can keep just sending out and sending out and sending out, and hopefully have a nice setup by the end of this one. Keep going, and hopefully we'll have one more run at this, so I'm not going to risk that. And as for you, Buklova, we're going to put 0 to 15. Whee! 0 on a 0 to 15. That is fantastic. Another 0. That means the next one's surely going to be a 2. Still, we've got 3. 3 of our 12 to gain like 35%. That's crazy. Lovely stuff. Out onto the track we go. Look how many dots there are just flying around this mini Monaco. It's almost too much. I suppose you probably couldn't race any bigger cars on this little layout because it'd be absolutely mental. So they're putting in personal best, but still not really putting in lap times to contend for pole. So going to come into the pits once more. Who going to hopefully get to a perfect setup now. Let's keep our fingers crossed at least. 90%. Is that 94%? 96%? That should be the perfect setup. Right, now it's out to you to go and set the fastest lap, your best possible lap. So, good start with Buklova. Another good second try. Another good one. And yeah, that's going to be all good. Not going to be quite a perfect setup. 98%. And away we go. So happy with that. Now it's down to the drivers to go and set a fast lap time, really. It's all down to the drivers. Such a short lap time, they might actually be able to come in and go even better with the setup. I mean, Buklova's got 2% defined, so we might just be able to do that. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough time to go and set... Actually, we might do, actually. Who might have enough time to go out and set another lap time, incredibly. It's going to be close. Buklova won't. But the most important thing about Buklova was getting the setup perfect, which we will, and send out, and away we go. I don't think who's actually going to do it, because it takes so long to get out of the pit lane. Yeah. Okay, so 5th and 6th on the grid, I think. Yes, so Zampelli and Ozu, as we expected, are locking out the front 2 rows of the grid. But it's Monaco, and you can't really overtake, so I'm not too disappointed with our final results there. In general, pretty happy with that. need to keep open the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship, really, because they're the ones we're going to be watching out for in this race. So the Hypersofts will last 7 to 9 laps. I think we'll start both of our drivers on those. Actually, no, we'll start Brooklover on this Ultras just to change it a little bit. Pit stops are quicker, and tyre changes are faster. Let's go, lads and ladies, if there's any watching. But yeah. Anyway, lights coming on, lights are going out, and away we go here in Monaco for the last race of this season. I'll tell you what, 3 times speed's probably a bit too much. You're going to go dizzy. So let's just keep it on 2 times speed for this race, because otherwise it will hurt your eyes. I'm pretty sure about that, because it's such a small track and there's so much going on. So who currently in P8 with those ultra soft tyres? We're going to be trying to make them work a bit better. Up to P7. Booklover's in P10 on the ultra soft tyres, which she seems to be working with quite well. 19 laps remaining. Wow. This is going to go on for a long time, this race, so it's going to feel like a long time. Those front 3 cars are rocketing off into the distance, but surely they're burning up their tyres. Booklova would currently drop to P5 in the championship. That's really disappointing after such a good season. And would only win the Constructors by 19 points if it ends like it is right now. So Ozu really have found their feet in the middle part of the season and started to do really well. Those front 3 must be thinking of pitting soon, because they are going so quickly. They must be destroying those tyres. And the thing is, as soon as you get stuck in traffic in Monaco, as is evident with both our drivers actually, you just can't go any quicker, because you just physically can't, because you're stuck behind somebody else. But I think as we're conserving our tyres a little bit better, we should do good. They're surely going to pit this lap. Okay, good stuff. Who's going to go around for one more lap? I don't know, should we go for another lap? I feel like we can go for another lap. Now pit this lap for the ultra soft tyres, which will get us to the end of the race. And Baklova, I'm hoping is going to be able to go onto the Hypersofts for the remainder of the race, but probably not. Doesn't look like she will, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to get slightly stuck up behind a few people with Baklova, and we're going to have to go on the ultra softs again. That's a bit frustrating. Who actually got ahead of Baklova? That's how unfortunate Baklova has been in this race. It's just all gone wrong for Baklova in this second half of the season. I don't know why. It's just been terrible. So, who is currently right up behind the podium positions now? In a good chance of a podium position here. It depends whether other people are going to have to pit or not. I feel like they might have to. I feel like a lot of people in this race are going to have to pit again, meaning we might be in a good position with both our drivers. Saying that, the top 3 are on ultra soft, so as long as we can get past Arbeloa, we should be able to close down the gap to the leader. But the thing is, we can't. But Glover's into the top 10, which is good. I just feel so annoyed for Buklova. Let's whip up the old drivers. Oh, sorry, I just went past it. Whip up the driver standings. So Buklova is currently going to finish P4. Only 6 points more needed for her to. 6 points more for her to go. Actually, that'd probably be 7 points, because I think Gilo will have more wins. It's just all going on here. Buklova's going to have to conserve as well. That's so annoying. Buklova as well. She's got a nice gap over P9, but come on, Buklova, you can do it. Get to the end of the race for 16%. It's going to be very tough, but anyway, the leaders are starting to come. Actually, they've already gone through traffic here, so I'm hoping who's going to be able to get past. 3 laps remaining. Who's up to P2? Sorry. Oh, Gillo's retired, which means that now Buklova needs 1 position. Buklova needs 1 position to get past Arbeloa in the standings, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. We're going to take her out of this. I mean, you might as well just go for it now in this scenario. Hopefully someone retires in this last lap of the race. I doubt it's going to be enough to get past in the last corner. No. Buklova's going to finish P6 and annoyingly 1 point behind P2 in the championship, so he didn't quite get the complete one there. Arbeloa won this race, so to be fair, if we'd beaten Arbeloa in this race, we'd have helped Buklova, but I didn't want to risk it with who. We'd already wrapped up the Drivers' Championship with her, but we didn't want to throw away possibly with a retirement in that one, so It's annoying to lose out on P2 in the championship. Obviously, you got the win with Who, but unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Rachel getting onto the podium. That's a good job from her. That Predator car is not particularly good. So there we go. Monaco, sort of happiness, but we managed to get a podium. I suppose that's good, but not quite the win and the 1-2 in the championship that we wanted. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So there we go. It is what it is, and we move on to another season, and fingers crossed we'll be in a pretty good place. We're going to probably go into APS, and fingers crossed we can go into it with a good enough car. But Clover is unhappy, which is annoying. Right, okay. Lots is going on here. So, back. Let's see whether we can do any more targeting. I think we'll go with that. Contracts expiring soon. Right, we want to really get some new and better people now. And there's nobody. Wow. So that's... we're going to have to renew, even though it's not particularly great, which is annoying. I'll tell you what, we're going to reject all these, because none of them are particularly great. And we'll... go home, and then I think you have to go back in. I'm going to use a bit of my influence to try and get someone better. Yes, perfect. Exactly what we needed. Perfect. Straight away, that's good. Maybe we might go and... or maybe I'll just do that with all of them, as we weren't getting the people we wanted. Let's just go and use our influence to get some better people in the team. He's not great, is he? Let's just do it again. Let's see. We don't. Well, I'll do one more after this. 1 star. Wow. Just get out. Okay. This is the last amount of influence I'm going to use, because I don't want to use up too much of the influence. Okay. I'll hire this guy. Should I? I don't know. That's a bit annoying. None of them are particularly good. That is frustrating. Drivers, improvement points. Buklova's got some improvement points. We'll give it on the focus, but she hasn't really improved this much over the season, which is kind of annoying. She's actually been quite disappointing. I think Buklova should have improved a little bit more over this season. So, yeah. Let's get on to next season and see how we're doing. So, good stuff. Standings. We win the team's championship, nice healthy margin. Drivers' championship with a nice healthy margin. Unfortunately, missing out on P2 in the championship with Buklova. Gallo, look at that, finishing P7 after 2 race victories. The only person to get 2 race victories, apart from Who, the eventual champion. But with Galoo and the technicalities that she's had throughout the season, the difficulties, she's really struggled to get anything out of this season, really, in terms of an overall standings. Even Rachel, who's in a Predator car, which the Predator car is one of the worst on the grid. Rachel's done a fantastic job there to get P6 in the championship. So now for the podium, and I think a little bit of extra prize money, which is fantastic. Good stuff. There we go, there's the lad. 16.5 million. Exactly what we needed, taking us over 20 million once again. End of season awards. I hope we might get driver of the season. Fellner got driver of the season. Wow, but we got team of the season. I suppose that's good. I suppose our drivers were both quite good, so I guess it was going to be hard for them to get driver of the season. Right, series select. What are we going to do then, guys? Should we? What should we do? IEC. It's very tempting. It's very tempting, I'll tell you that. The GT is also tempting. They will give you the same prize money, but you'll have to spend more on the IEC because of the way it goes. I'm actually going to go into Asia Pacific. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to show you guys some endurance gameplay because I don't think it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely I'm going to win in my first season in this. So I might just want to show you guys something a little bit different. Try and show you a bit more. Oh, actually, sorry, I've noticed a rule in this APS series that's going to really make it interesting. No qualifying, reverse driver's championship position. I think that sort of summed it up for me. That's going to be just funny. That's going to be funny. So 2.5 million for the promotion. That's just going to be crazy. No qualifying is going to be annoying, but maybe a little bit funny. So yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, we'll vote for the real safety car. Let's vote for. So guys, I'll get back to you in a bit, maybe when we're doing a bit of driver negotiations. So, we have been a bit lucky. I signed up one of my young drivers, and using the improvement points, look how good she is. She sort of maxed out her potential, so that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty happy about that. So using some of the improvement points, and Stuart came out pretty decent, so out of the Young Driver Academy, so that's pretty surprising. I'm pretty happy with that, and 4.5 star rated going to APS will be interesting to see. As for staff, it might be a good time to replace now our staff, because we've got the chance of sort of like a brand new relationship, I suppose you'd say, in a way. So we're gonna, what's that one at the end? Okay, no, not quite as good. So we're gonna hire McAndrew to replace Paz. There we go. A bit more expensive per race, but good. Let's get rid of you, and you. Thanks for coming. Right, okay, so drivers pretty good. Both now around 4-star rated, which is good going into APS. Probably even nearly good enough to go into Formula 1. So we've got a bit of spare money here. I might just do a couple of things here in our headquarters, just whilst we can. I don't want to splash too much money, but I think we could just, you know, upgrade some of the smaller ones whilst we are going on the off season. It might help. Simulator still being built, one more race. All of the smaller ones, and we'll get them done and all of them built hopefully over the winter. HQ or Tour, actually, that, how much does that give you? 200k per race. So I suppose we want to do that as early as possible to maximise the money we're getting out of it. It'll take 10 races to cost built like by itself back in a way, but I guess that's pretty much a season. So yeah, driver movement. I don't know whether I really want to do too much here, because I feel like we've got pretty good. But we need to sign up who? 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 Okay, I'm just gonna. It's a funny name at first, and then you just need to get over yourself, Alex. So we're gonna go number 1, even though it's probably not really. Slightly better contract, medium, and then we're gonna go just give her loads of money, and fingers crossed that's enough. Just okay, it's blasted through that deal point, but whatever. We've got her signed up on a 2-year contract, which is good. And she's obviously a paid driver as well, which gives us a bit of money. Fantastic. It's only really costing us $360 a race, which is good. Right, so the end of the negotiations. I'm pretty happy with our lineup there. We've got a superstar through our Young Driver Academy, and yeah, apparently best drivers on the grid. So I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing for that. So car development. Even though look, we've gone all the way to the top with Challenger, but I don't honestly know, because of course we're coming up a series. I don't think we're going to go right to the front. Let's go with base performance and reliability improvements, because they're going to be tough to come by. Then pre-season testing. Let's see what happens here. Whether it's going to be the drivers or the cars, which are the ones that are going to be helping us towards the front of the field. I feel like we should be competitive. Whoa, Stuart's gone right in the mix here. Stuart's pretty amazing. Wow, okay. Baus Baraka are a pretty good team, and to be able to be mixing with them straight away, that's pretty impressive. Costa just nabs the fastest preseason time right at the end though. Let's see, tyre wear, much better than expected, which is great. Fuel efficiency, fingers crossed that's going to be a bit better than expected. Slightly worse than expected. I suppose tyre wear is maybe the one you want to get, because you can play out the strategy a bit more. I don't normally seem to push the car too much in races. And the base reliability is going to be nearly 60%, which is fantastic. Drivers going to get some extra bonuses as well, are they? Looks like they are. Fantastic. Car 8th best on the grid. That's quite embarrassing, but our drivers obviously are making up for it. Young driver program, I don't know, it worked so well last time, but I feel like we're at such a far point in this career mode now. I don't feel like a young driver is going to be able to come in and maybe set our team on fire like maybe Stuart has. So there we are, interesting episode there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's been an enjoyable one. I really think that we did quite a bit in this episode. Signed up a new driver, completed a season as champions in both drivers and constructors, and now we're going to a new season where lots of possibilities are there for the taking. So let's look forward to this one, guys. I'll see you in the next race and the next episode, which will be Yokohama in the Asia Pacific Super Cup. Let's do it, lads. Thanks for watching. Please remember to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys around soon. Have a fantastic day. It's been Axmadi. Goodbye.